Hello team, and welcome to another episode. It's episode 30. I like hitting these big milestones because it's just another reminder that I am doing something, no matter how trivial, that I enjoy, and hopefully whoever's watching enjoys it as well. Happy weekend, kind of. And I say that because it's Saturday and the world is burning a little bit. So yeah, it's been a weird one news-wise and current affairs-wise. But I guess, going back to the original objective of this is to provide some form of escapism. I know that when I watch food vlogs, I am spending time with a person whose personality I enjoy. Obviously, it can be a curated image because it's on socials. Less so on YouTube, actually. It feels more authentic. But what I'm trying to say is that you kind of, I enjoy watching the personalities that I consistently watch. And ultimately, it's a bit of escapism. Sometimes it can be super mundane, like what I show you. The markets that I go to in London, the restaurants, the bakeries, the walks around the park. All of that stuff is the everyday, mundane stuff. I guess it's some form of escapism, and I hope that's what I'm offering. Anyway, weird start. Sorry. This week has very much been about being back to normal, settling back into normality. Spring, I think, is finally slowly approaching. It's kind of teasing us a little bit in London. This Wednesday was a wonderful day. I went for a lovely lunchtime walk. It was just wonderful to walk around and reminisce about the summer even. And I also took advantage of that and went to my favorite bakery, Chatsworth Bakehouse. I'm sorry, I'm mentioning it again, but it truly is a delight. And I tried a couple of new treats there, so keep watching and you'll see what those are. And then I also made some Greek flatbread called Lagana, and it sort of is eaten traditionally on Clean Monday, which marks the start of Lent in Greece. Greek Lent is quite strict. It's not, giving one thing up, though I do respect people that give anything up for Lent. But yeah, Greek Lent is, I would say, quite hardcore. I have tried it once before and it was tough. It's tough to find things to eat. But anyway, lagana, great type of flatbread. And I made that. The recipe for that is in my shorts if you want to take a look. It's not that hard. Yeah, and had that with a butter bean salad, which is similar to the kind of thing that you'd have on Clean Monday as well. There's a lot of sort of salady dip bits that people enjoy. Today, I went to East London and I tried out this new place called Logma. I'm not sure where the accent lies. It's an Iranian Iraqi cafe in East London, and it's wonderful. Bear in mind, there was a queue. I'm no stranger to queuing, as you know, and a lot of people probably judge that, or judge anyone who's queuing. I mean, I even saw it in real time in front of that cafe. People walking past and being like, oh, well, suckers. But I didn't pay attention to it because I thought it might be worth it, and it totally was. I have actually written some notes because I didn't want to forget this, but having done some research into it, it's owned by this Iranian Iraqi couple. So one of the guys is Iranian, the other guy is Iraqi, and they're a couple who opened this cafe in 2024. So it's all very recent. It's gone a bit viral recently because it's super delicious, but I really like their backstory as well. I'm gonna try and kind of read what I read in an article. So Zayed and Farsin are the two guys. They were super friendly. One of them actually was wearing a hat with a Greek island name on it. And as soon as I went up to the counter and I was waiting for my sandwich to be prepared, one of them was telling me, how much they love Greece and they go every single year, blah, blah. It was great. So the word logma means bite or morsel in both Arabic and Persian. Both of them grew up as second generation immigrants and they have sought to preserve their identity through food. And the article I read said that, quote, food became a way to navigate both of their complex relationships with home, preserving their cultural identity while adapting the culinary heritage to forge new forms of belonging. It's so true, like, food can become so personalized and so personal to the person cooking and eating it, and you express your form of identity through food. And then that got me thinking about this show called Ugly Delicious, which is on Netflix. It was made a few years back, and there's a couple of chefs in there. I think the chef of Momofuku, Chris, I can't remember his surname, Chris something. He does loads of Netflix stuff. But it was him and a couple of other chefs that appear consistently throughout Ugly Delicious. And basically, the show covers different episodes according to theme. So one episode could be pizza, another episode could be kebab. And they travel different locations where that food item or that type of food has been changed or adapted. There was also, I think there was an episode where there's loads of Vietnamese food in Texas or something like that. Anyway, I feel like I'm gonna beat myself up after this with all the mistakes I might be making, but I would very much recommend that show, Ugly Delicious, because it does very much say what this article says about, you know, you forge your own identity through food. Yes, you can be traditionalist, but you could innovate as well and still maintain that sense of origin and identity and make it your own, and through that have a closer relationship to home. I don't know, I'm probably saying very obvious things, but I really enjoyed reading that and also meeting these guys. So the kind of food that they have is essentially like 3-4 sandwiches a day. There was also a bun on the menu today, the tahini bun, which I had just missed because I got there at around 1:05, and I think ultimately you need to start queuing from maybe 11:30. I could be wrong, but it just seems like 1 was a bit too late and peak time. So I would advise going there earlier if you do go. The article that I was reading as well also said that being queer always finds a way to survive. That's a quote from Farsin, one of the owners. And he also said, queer people exist within whatever framework, however limited, that is in the Middle East. I just walked away with a lot of admiration for them and what they've achieved, and long may it continue. Look, I won't harp on for much longer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Enjoy escaping for a bit, and I'll see you next time.
Brought their child and everything. Like, she just has
And
this.
she'll tell you.
I know, she'll tell you everything.
She'll tell you it
And
all,
she's
yeah.
Okay, so something is happening with these sweet peas, but I'm not sure what exactly. Are they being eaten alive? What is this? Looks like obviously it's got some sort of... Oh, great. It looks like sometimes you just have to opt for simplicity and ease. Hence the ready-made sushi. Oh yeah. FYI, this is excellent sushi. When people speak badly about supermarket sushi, this is not the one. Really, really good. Dangerous, that I know how good it is and how close it is to my office. But there we have it. Made a good choice tonight.
Today I am absolute condiment clay.
I have a problem. It was meant to be an innocent trip out, just a lunchtime walk. And yet what do I spend 14 pounds on? A vinaigrette and 2 pastries from Chatsworth Bakehouse. The vinaigrette was not from there, FYI. Oh man, it's a problem.
Yeah, I want to come back with it.
It's sunny. I just came back from Chatsworth Bakehouse. I managed to get my hands on something I've been wanting to try for a while, which is a passion fruit curd bun. You don't get enough passion fruit flavored things, in my opinion. Or do you? I don't know. Just maybe not here, but I haven't seen enough baked goods with passion fruit before. So anyway. Looks delicious, pretty. Kind of hefty, but also not too much. Lovely glaze on there. Anyway, let's try it, shall we? This curd on the top. First of all, I'm gonna sound like a bit of a wanker, but I love a curd, okay? Some of my friends know this and they mock me for it. I love a lemon curd. Never tried a passion fruit curd, but top notch. And the bun, they just know how to do a bun. Kind of brioche, kind of, if you know the Greek tudeki, which is like a sweet bread, or kind of like a challah, I think it's called a challah, the Jewish sort of braided bread. It's kind of giving a bit of that, but yeah, perfect contrast to the passion fruit curd. Really, really good. Okay, update on this. I switched the camera off thinking, you know, I'm just gonna get to enjoy it now. Switch it off. Turns out there's a little delightful surprise in the middle. And so that is the curd. The top is the icing, people. I did think that it was a bit stiff at the top, but yeah, even more excited. This could be one of the best Chatsworth Bakehouse things I've tried. And I've tried a lot, as you will have seen. Man, they just know how to do things. I got carried away. I got too excited. I also got a mortadella turnover, something like that. I'll include a caption on here if I'm wrong. I probably am. This is like a super glossy bun with cheese and mortadella in the middle. And what tastes slightly like mustard, like very light mustard. I'll keep eating and confirm if that's even the case, but delicious as well. Very good, Chatsworth Bakehouse, very good.
be a problem.
It has to be cut. It takes like a long time to do. And then it it better be good.
Do you remember or know of allotment?
Yes.
Evening. There's going to be so many. Because both people best man and
They're like dark red.
Really not getting that.